In this video, you will learn how to use the OTA Public API to create bundles, manage releases, and make requests from your application to obtain the latest translation bundle. By utilizing these API endpoints, you will be able to design a custom localization workflow. To start, let's explain what Lokalise OTA means. The term over-the-air, OTA, refers to a method of updating or distributing content wirelessly. To understand the idea behind it, imagine you have released a new version of a mobile app that includes a new feature and a set of new translations. The app has been approved and users can download it from the App Store. However, later you discover that one of the translations contains a typo. Instead of releasing a new version and going through the App Store review process again, you can use Lokalise Web Editor to quickly fix the incorrect translation. You can then generate an over-the-air bundle and distribute it to the end users. This bundle will be automatically downloaded when the app is launched, and the corrected translation will be displayed instead of the incorrect one. This way you can update the translations without going through the whole app review process again. To begin, open Lokalise and go to your profile settings by clicking on the avatar in the bottom left corner. Then, navigate to the API Tokens section and generate a new token that has read-write permissions. You will also need to select a project to implement OTA on. Once you have opened the desired project, navigate to the project settings by clicking on More Settings. Make a note of the project ID as you will need it later on in the process. Now, let's create our first OTA bundle. Before we begin, ensure that your project has at least one translation key assigned to the appropriate platform. To generate the bundle, open the Files, Download Files endpoint in the API Playground. Input the API token, your project ID, and the format. Be sure to select one of the following options: Android SDK, iOS SDK, or Flutter SDK. You can also make any additional adjustments to the parameters as needed before clicking Try It. Once you have done that, you have successfully generated your first OTA bundle. To create a special JOT token, open the Developer Hub and navigate to the REST API section. Then, click on JOT Tokens and select Create a Service JOT Token. In the Authentication header field, enter your API token and also provide the project ID. For the service parameter, enter OTA and click Try It. This will generate a JOT token that will be used for OTA requests. First, copy the token from the response field. Then, go to jot.io and paste the copied token into the encoded field. Remember to take note of the team ID located in the right panel, as it will be needed in future sections. To list your OTA bundles, go to the endpoint labeled Bundle Management List Bundles. In the Authentication Bearer field, enter your JOT token. Provide your team and project IDs, and then click the Try It button. You will see a list of all your OTA bundles. Select the bundle you want to set as a pre-release or production. The translation bundle for production will be the default option for mobile users, meaning it will be used for stable versions of the app. The pre-release bundle will only be available to users if the mobile SDK requests it specifically. It is typically used for testing purposes. To stage a bundle, go to the endpoint labeled Publishing Stage Bundle. Enter your JOT token, team, and project IDs, and select one of the framework options from the drop-down menu. The framework you choose should match the format of the bundle you downloaded initially. Finally, enter the bundle ID and click Try It. Nice job! To publish a bundle to production, go to the endpoint labeled Publish Bundle. It has similar fields as before, so enter the same information you provided earlier. Then, click Try It to publish the bundle to production. Please note that a project can have one pre-release and one production bundle at most. To set another bundle as production, use the Publish Bundle endpoint again. Now let's see how to work with bundle freezes. A bundle freeze is a version range that the bundle should be provided for. For example, you can specify that a newer bundle should only be provided to customers using app versions 2.0 to 3.0. Customers using version 1.0 will continue to receive an older bundle. To create a bundle freeze, go to the endpoint labeled Bundle Freezes, create freeze period. Enter your JOT token, team and project IDs, and the version range for which the bundle should be provided. For example, specify that the bundle should only be provided to customers using app versions 1.0 to 2.0. Don't forget to include the bundle ID before clicking Try It. To view the list of all bundle freezes for a given project, go to the endpoint labeled List Freeze Periods and provide the necessary information. Click Try It to view the list and confirm that your newly created freeze period is present. To request OTA bundles from the mobile application, you will need an SDK token. To generate a new SDK token, go to the endpoint labeled SDK Tokens, create token and provide your JOT token, team and project IDs. Click Try It to request the token. Once you have the SDK token, you can implement the OTA flow. When the application is loaded, refreshed in the background, or the language is changed, the application should request the most up-to-date translation bundle from the OTA service, including the following information in the request: SDK token, project ID, framework, iOS SDK, Android SDK, or Flutter SDK. This parameter specifies the format and organization of the translation files that will be returned. For more information, refer to our documentation. The version of the application that the user has installed is important when using bundle freezes. The translation version is an identifier of the version that is currently running locally. This parameter allows the service to check if an updated version is needed. To retrieve an OTA bundle, go to the endpoint labeled OTA Bundles, get OTA bundle and enter the parameters mentioned earlier. Set the pre-release option to false if you want to request a production bundle, then click Try It. The response will include a bundle URL, which you can use to access and extract the translation keys and their values. That's it. If you have any further questions, please contact our support team.